Gather round and let me tell you a story of realms long forgotten. There are tales of the Forest Kingdom, a place of honour and chivalry, known to some as the Land of the Purple Dragon, but known to all as Cormyr.
Hi, I'm Tilda, and I'm playing Hiram, a half-orc paladin.
Hi, my name's Carl. I'm playing Cassia Donahue, a human bard.
Hi, my name is Anton, and I play Balthazar, a Warforged Cloak of Azuth.
Hi, my name is Al, and I'm playing Slate, a changeling druid.
Hi, I'm Matt, and I'm playing Zombo, who is a halfling rogue/warlock.
And my name is Dan. I shall be the dungeon master on this adventure. Hello, everybody!
Hello, DM Dan.
Hello.
How you all doing?
Doing well.
I am
good.
knocking things over on my
that's,
desk. What's you do?
that's how excited you are! That's
Oh,
how
yeah.
pumped you are to be here. Well, we're gonna need that excitement from Tilda, and the rest of you. So, yeah, continue trashing your rooms as the session carries on. Here we are. We have found ourselves at session 35. You did a thing, and there was much celebration. Hooray! You saved the people, and then the dragons came. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
I
about
mean,
that
we
part.
wasted all that time saving the people.
I know, right? Yeah, it's just more fodder for the cannon. But yes, as as a number of scaly beasties fall from the sky who would like to revisit this moment in time and find out what happens next.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's
if
go.
it's a choice, can we just skip over to the point where we've already won?
Unfortunately, the level skip isn't available on this
Because
online
enemies
story.
are nearby.
Yeah, you cannot fast travel. Yeah, it's fine. No one ever dies in D&D, right?
Well, I've never heard of it.
Yep. No, the shirt.
Hailing from the Astral Sea, the history of the Githyanki comes from cruel enslavement under the Illithid Empire. Following the overthrowing of the Mind Flayer enslavers, the Gith would fracture into the Githyanki and Githzerai. Whilst their hated ascetic cousins, the Githzerai, focused on introspection, the Githyanki celebrated their freedom by becoming a society of astral pirates and raiders, taking what they want, when they want. However, one thing which the Githyanki and Githzerai have more enmity for than one another are their ancient mortal enemies, the Mind Flayers. Githyanki raiding parties frequently strike out to cull the Illithids, doing what they can to stymie Mind Flayer expansion, usually with little disregard for collateral damage. The Warhounds now behold this terrible truth. Zinaleth, the hunter who hates, has launched a full-scale assault on Suzail. Cormyr faces a dark day as red dragons and Githyanki vessels fill the skies above. And
Oh dear.
so,
Got a bit of a deja vu moment here. We've already fought Githyanki's and Githzerais. And dragons.
so, as you stagger out of the six candles and accompany Raedra, who is staring dumbstruck at the sky, her mouth hanging open, as her eyes scan the skies above, you can see the holes of flying ships appearing in the sky above through dimensional portals, planar portals, which rend the sky open as the vessels fly through. In amongst this fleet is this large double-hulled vessel, which you know to be Zinaleth the Hunter's flagship. And it currently casts a shadow over the palace of Suzail in the middle of the city. As you can hear screams and panics from nearby civilians as you watch as dragons pour from the sides of Xenoleth's flagships, their wings unfurling as they begin spreading across the city. And before long, you can hear the sounds. You can see the gouts of flame erupt from their mouths as they begin indiscriminately torching areas of the city. As Raedra kind of blinks and turns to look at you, and there's this look of shock and bewilderment, and for the first time ever, she looks scared. This is the first time you've seen her look scared. You are accompanied by Aaron Fox and Magnus as they rush out the Six Candles to join you. Magnus looks to the skies and, "Oh my God," he says as he looks around. "Helm protect us." And Aaron's brow noticeably furrows, and you hear the leather of his glove tighten around the spear kind of hanging from his back. Magnus looks to you and just kind of, to no one in particular, says, "We have to do something," he says.
I'd like to saunter out in Ameline.
Okay.
As Ameline, and just kind of look at the sky and go, maybe tactics, but they have absolutely no tact. It's just really unbecoming, really, isn't it? Just to kind of just appear, no hello. Oof, okay.
Oh, this doesn't look good. Oh, these again.
As you say that, as I say, you can see that the dragons and the dragons bearing Githyanki riders are kind of flying kind of to various areas of the city. You see some of the smaller ships begin diving down close to the, well, just kind of skimming the tops of the roofs of Suzail. And as they come to a halt, you can see ropes being thrown over the sides, and you can see these kind of athletic, mottled yellow skins raiders kind of rappelling down onto the roofs and kind of onto the streets of Suzail, as the Githyanki just spread out with deadly efficiency. Raedra watches. You see Raedra look as a number of Githyanki descend in the sort of like the Royal Park area, and you see her kind of begin to take a few steps towards the palace. You see Magnus look over and watch the Githyanki heads to the north into the Noble District and the War Wizards College. And Aaron turns his head to look behind you at the poorer district that you find yourself in, as a number of red dragons kind of soar over your heads and begin torching the area. They kind of, the three of them look to one another and nod. Raedra kind of announces, I'll gather the what royal guards I can," Magnus says. I'll see if I can get the war wizards. And Aaron turns, his face white, and "We have to save the peoples." They all then turn to the five of you and ask where you would like to, like what area the Warhounds are going to help out in. So, Balthazar, who would you like to accompany? Aaron, Magnus, or Raedra?
So I think Balthazar still feels some attachment to, I guess, the crown, to Cormyr, and so he will choose Raedra.
Okay. Slate.
So, for the sake purely of wanting to wear the crown, there would be a small part of Ameline that would want to go to the castle just to kind of actually get there. But knowing that the best way to win over your future loyal subjects is to get them on your side, I think Ameline would want to choose. Well, actually, I think it would be more of a Slate kind of thing, wanting to choose, and that would be kind of overriding to choose the poor district. Just thinking, there's no real tie for Slate to Suzail.
Sure.
So I think the poor district, and then there would be kind of a little bit in the back that's going, "Ooh, but Robert, but then going, no, it's too late.
Okie dokie. Okay, so Ameline, you've righteously decided to join Aaron. Katya, where does Katya want to go?
Any hesitation, she steps up next to Aaron and looks back at the rest of the Warhounds, almost asking as if it's a question.
Sure. Okay. Hiram.
Hiram is going to think that the palace has the royal guard, the noble district has a war wizards, the poor district has no one, so he will want to go there.
What about Hiram's family?
Yeah, that does actually enter his mind, but my family. But Magnus is going there, and out of everyone, Hiram really trusts Magnus.
Yeah.
To get things right.
So in which case, Zumbo, the three of them turn to look at Zumbo, and Zumbo, well, I just feel a bit awkward in the other places. And he says, and he decides to join the poor district, to join Aaron as well. So as the four of you kind of step off, Balthazar, what do you do as it looks like the Warhounds are heading to the poor district?
He'll look at Rager and go, sorry, my lady. I'm gonna follow them. Okay. Yeah. Bye.
Rager just kind of looks to you all, and even you can tell that there's like a flicker of like sad disappointment across her eyes, because she could have really done with heroes such as yourselves, but she kind of acknowledges what's happening. She acknowledges your reasons, and she gives you a nod. And then there's as she draws the sword from the scabbard on her back. She looks to Magnus. She kind of holds his eye for a while, and then the two of them kind of run off down the promenade together.
Before they do,
yes.
I think before they run off, Emily is gonna step up to Raedra.
Mm-hmm.
Just put a hand on whatever she can reach.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going, good luck.
Right, in which case, yeah, before she goes, Raedra kind of stops, and she looks visibly shaken, like shocked, and thank you, she says, like rather sincerely, and then off she goes. Like Magnus waits around to see if he gets one. And then when he does,
after she leaves, she's going to turn to Magnus and like, she will need it.
Well, before she goes, Raedra turns and shakes her head, and like after she draws her sword, she looks up at the red dragons flying overhead, and there's this grim expression on her face. This wouldn't be the first time I've slayed a dragon in the walls of Suzail, she says. Ooh. As she strides off towards the palace.
Raidra's a badass.
She'll be fine, right? I mean, maybe like.
She's got a name. She's got.
I mean, I am saying this from the bottom of my heart. Who cares?
Yeah. Let's go save the poor district.
Okay. So.
Sorry, Dan.
As you make that decision, the war dogs come stumbling out of the Six Candles, accompanied by Daisy and Balthazar the Wombat, and as they regard the chaos around you, around the city as well, Malka looks at you, Hiram, kind of locks eye to you, warrior to warrior, and she just kind of gives this slow nod, and says, "Go. We will protect. We will protect the people in this area." And you catch Bodger kind of looking at Daisy, and we've got this, he says. Look at you, Balthazar. Kind of, he puffs his chest out, raises his shoulders up, and Malka, kind of reiterates, "Go. The city needs the Warhounds," she says. And with that, you follow Aaron west, and as you follow up the promenade, and the signs of devastation become more and more commonplace. As you can hear the sounds of battle, you can hear panic screams and shouts, you can hear animals, like you can hear the baying of animals, you can hear the screaming of children, and the cruel laughter of the astral pirates as they kind of rampage through the city. As you kind of arrive with Aaron at the front, he kind of looks to you and thank you for coming along. They're going to need your help, all of you, he says, as he regards you all. And you are stopped by 2 purple dragons. Like one of them appears to have, like one of them is kind of holding the other around the shoulders, and the one being helped up seems to have a grievous wound to the side, and is kind of being carried away from the battle. As Aaron kind of approaches the dragons, and like the 2 of them look, the unwounded purple dragon kind of salutes, and Aaron kind of barks out in the most authoritative tone you've heard him use. Status report, what's happening? And one of the purple dragons looks around and it's absolute carnage, sir. They're running through the streets. The dragons are torching everything. We honestly don't know. We don't really know what's happening, but from what we've heard, there's a few places in particular that really need our help, he says. So, as we were leaving, we saw that there were some purple dragons penned in by some of the raiders, and they're doing their absolute best to save some civilians that are trapped. But I worry that they're going to get overrun if they don't get any help. The purple dragon continues. We heard reports that in the southeast, there's a gambling house, a high-story gambling house that's been the bottom floors have been torched by currently being torched by the raiders, but there are people trapped in the upper floors. Someone needs to go in and rescue the poor folk, the dragons say. And then finally, and in one of the streets just off the promenade, there appears to be some champion of the raiders that's just indiscriminately slaughtering purple dragons and citizens alike. The wounded purple dragon, he did this, he says, and you can see there's a massive sword gouge across this purple dragon's side where the sword is cleaved clean through the chainmail armor on the purple dragon's flank. If this champion's left uncontested, he's going to cause absolute havoc. And Aaron kind of turns to you all as you kind of hear these stories, and he looks at you inquisitively and, well, we're going to have to split up, but who wants to go where?
I think Amelin will say, I think we should, the champion sounds pretty diabolical, but perhaps we should save the purple dragons and maybe they can help us onward.
What were
the more the merrier.
The purple dragons kind of reiterate all of these are these will all need attention immediately. Perhaps you could split your numbers.
Yeah.
I can cover the champion
again. Yeah.
Okay, so Hiram, you're heading to the champion.
Yeah.
Champion, gambling, trapped in the trapped upstairs gamblers, and then the purple dragons all penned in.
Yes, that's it. So the Githyanki champion, the burning building, and the trapped civilians, like the last stand.
We're not saving the Githyanki champion. We have to
kill the Githyanki champion. Yeah.
All right, let's save the soldiers first. So I'm in team soldiers.
So all of these will be happening simultaneously. So who's going where?
Well, why don't I'm thinking that the spellcasters could go and cover maybe the fire, because then you can take care of the problem kind of further away. Maybe make it even stealthy.
The fire with the gamblers.
Yeah, Balthazar and
Somebody's got the water thing going on.
He needs to have water near him for that to work, I think.
Yeah, I don't really have much that could help.
I have used water,
but I was thinking more along the lines of Slade could potentially turn to something that could go in, start evacuating the building.
Okay.
While someone distracts the Githyanki.
Okay.
So Slate is heading to the burning building.
I can do it alone. Yeah, why not?
Nice.
Well, where does Katya want to go?
I don't know, because I guess with the burning building, I can obviously use Mage Hand to help out, but also picks up some good skills that may actually help out with combat.
The champion, yeah.
I was actually thinking maybe you can come with me, because if you haste me, I can get rid of this champion.
Yeah, you are the dream team, right?
I've also got some crowd control stuff for single people.
Okay, so you guys go champion, and then I do the soldiers, right?
So
you and Zombo, I think the soldiers.
Balthazar, if you're heading to the soldiers, Zombo turns around and, "Here, lad, I'll help you out."
All right.
And Aaron turns to you, Slate, or you, Amaline, and well, looks like I'm with you, he says. And he decides,
Thank God, I was so worried about being on my own there.
So he decides to join you as well. Okay, so everyone.
Wait.
Oh, and where's Emily going?
And Hiram's gonna pick up Emily and plonk her on Balthazar's shoulder.
Okay.
Before we all split up, I think Amelin would kind of like panically turn to like Balthazar and say, "Do you think we should maybe message Zinaleth and kind of try and stop this somehow? Maybe." Oh, Katya's so persuasive. Maybe we could get Katya to just hop on that sending with you and, stop.
That's not really how it works.
Oh, no.
Also, I do have something.
Plus, I don't think they liked me last time.
I don't think they like my either, so.
Well, we can always have second impressions, third impressions.
Right? So, as you all kind of head off in your various directions, as you kind of run through the streets, as I say, things are utterly atrocious. There's there's confusion, there's people, there's common folk kind of staggering through the streets, not really knowing what's going on. You can see, as you move through the streets, you can see desperate kind of running battles between the Purple Dragons and the Githyanki Raiders. And whilst the Purple Dragons are known to be a pretty proficient, kind of almost guerrilla-style fighting force, it is evident that within the confines of the winding streets of this district, the Githyanki clearly have the advantage. Tactically, at least, they just seem to be able to kind of strike and fade much more efficiently than strike and fade before the Purple Dragons get a chance to react. So, as we do that, if I could have everyone roll me initiative.
Yes. Let's do it.
Boom.
Oh, come on.
Oh, hello.
This is the second time this has happened to me.
12
a 0 initiative.
And 17.
It means you got more time to prepare.
True.
Oh, okay, so.
Ooh.
Alright,
First
so.
roll 20.
Yeah.
What we will do. So, who have we got? So, Zumbo at the top with his nat 20. So Amaline and
Zumbo and I are polar opposites.
Okay, so let's drop.
Well, he is the captain and you are the anchor.
That's right. I'm weighing him down.
Okay, so what we're going to do is changing up the initiative slightly, just so we're all in order. So, as you, Hiram, Katya, and Drool, as you make it through the streets, kind of weaving in between the various kind of skirmishes that are happening around you, you find yourselves coming just off the promenade, looking down a street, and between two large, two buildings with these great gouts of flame ripping up the sides of them, you can see this armored figure wearing significantly more ornate gear than the rest of them. with this long, thin blade that looks the length of looks about the same length as Argentus, your greatsword Hiram, but you notice that it's significantly thinner, and this Githyanki, as it swings, there's a distinct noise as he kind of parries, riposts, and in the blink of an eye you watch as he strikes down 2 more purple dragons, seemingly cleaving clean through their armor. The individual kind of stands tall, points this bloodied blade at the purple dragons, and "Is there no one here who can face me?" he says. And as he joins the initiative, he sort of like the purple dragons begin backing away, and this Githyanki turns to regard you, and seeing you specifically here, it would seem like he's disregarding the girl and the dog, quite disrespectfully, but he like sees you with your large sword, and levels and opens a challenge. "You! I would taste your blood," he says. And he...
Is that a sex thing? Because I'm not interested.
The Githyanki knight smirks and lunges at you. Like in the blink of an eye, like steps towards you, and with quick succession makes 2 swings with his silver greatsword.
21 hits, 14 doesn't.
How much is 21 hit by?
3.
Ooh. I'm gonna chuck in cutting words. So roll a 1d10.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, guys, this is why I should not roll these things.
Goddamn 2.
Okay, so Katya, as you see this kind of Githyanki knight like fly towards Hiram at an unnatural speed, but as you like go to silently stop this Githyanki, he's already kind of drawn the sword and raked it across Hiram. Hiram, as you rock from the first blow, you take a total. You take 9 slashing damage from the blade.
Yeah.
And then you feel this kind of psychic reverberance like rack up into your brain. You take 8 psychic damage for a total of 17.
Ouch.
The Githyanki kind of he laughs at you as he strikes, and you see this kind of delirious, crazed look in his eyes as he kind of sizes you up, and you from behind the helmet you just see him lick his top lip, like lick a bead of sweat off his top lip.
It is a sex thing, isn't it?
And then he teleports back to where he started with a misty step.
Oh wow.
And drops into a low stance. Hiram, what do you do?
I'm gonna go after the bitch.
Okay.
Yoink. Okay, so first of all, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith to give myself +2 AC.
Okay. You're enshrouded by this kind of glowing light.
And I'm gonna hit him twice.
Sure.
Well, hopefully I will hit him twice. 16 and then 15.
Okay. So as you run in and you bring your sword round, and this Githyanki like has dropped into a defensive position, takes 1 step back and parries both blows. And he laughs and harder, he says.
Okay.
Anything else here, Ab?
No.
Drool
Snaps at the place where he was and finds him missing, looks around, and as he sees Hiram fighting him, Drool runs down and chomps. Not very well.
Okay, so as Drool lunges for the Githyanki knight, he just like dust and soot and ash billows up from the ground as this Githyanki sweeps his foot out of the way of Drool's bite. The Githyanki looks to you, and "You fight as well as the half-orc," he says to Drool.
Drool says You know, that's not very fair, mate. You know, I'm trying my best. But it obviously comes out as, oh.
Anything else, Drool?
Oh, that's all Drool can do.
Okay. Katya.
Katya steps to the side. She closes her eyes for a moment. When she opens them, she can see sort of the trail of his thoughts leading all the way back. And she grabs a hold of that thread. And she fires off a psychic lance at it.
Okay.
So he must pass a DC 17 intelligence check.
Ooh,
DC
roll a
17
psychic
intelligence
lance.
check. Okay, so as you fire this beam of psychic energy, the Githyanki Knight fails.
So he takes 25 psychic damage.
Okay.
And he is incapacitated as she basically rends his thoughts until the start of my next turn.
Okay. So yeah, as this Githyanki gloats at you, Hiram, you see this like lance of white strike this Githyanki kind of right between the eyes, and he drops to one knee, and just his head begins lolling as he.
At that point, Katya screams, "Get him now, Hiram! Get him now!"
Okay.
Today.
Anything else, Katya?
I'll also throw a bardic inspiration towards him.
I think that will be needed.
Right. So next up, Slate and Aaron, you arrive outside this burning building. You have to slip by what looks to be a street battle between some Githyanki and purple dragons in one of the nearby streets. But as you kind of as you look, you can hear a commotion inside the building, and as Aaron kicks the door open and enters, you can see that there are like this looks like some sort of gambling den come tavern. The downstairs have been wrecked. You can see the floorboards are beginning to have been blackened and burned from an attempted arson attack from what it looks like. The place looks like it's been in the process of being looted and ransacked. You can see the body of who you assume to be the tavern keep sprawled out on the floor not too far away. Aaron looks around and kind of seeing a Githyanki on the other side of the bar to him. He lunges forward and jabs at the Githyanki, hitting for 12 damage as he skewers this warrior in the shoulder.
Zing.
Slate, as Aaron does that, he looks and there's another one over there. He barks out, pointing to his left.
Okay, so running forward, Amaline will look at the other one and go, "Hey, stop it! This is very, very stupid. I mean, what are you doing?" And then just burn them with level.
I'm terrified what you're about to cast.
4 spell. Heat metal, because I'm sure they're wearing metal.
Oh boy! Okay.
Burn, baby, burn.
Okay, and what are you casting it on?
Their armor, which I imagine is some sort of metal.
Yes.
Okay, describe their armor to me. Sorry.
So the armor itself.
I wung it a bit.
So they're wearing a half plate armor.
Mm-hmm.
So whilst some parts of their body are exposed to the elements, you can see this kind of very kind of sinewy, muscled, sometimes tattooed, like but mottled skin. Mm-hmm. Yellowy, green, olive-colored skin. In other places, there's this very kind of intricate, metal armor. So there's a shoulder pad. There's it's like a torso plate, like that kind of goes up to the sternum, kind of thing. Arm like iron boots, iron gauntlet, like metal gauntlets. So there's certainly enough to heat that is firmly attached to these Githyanki.
I wanna light a fire in his belly.
Okie dokie. So, as you do that, he can't take it off. He can't drop it. So roll me some damage.
Damage.
So it would be 4d8 in total.
Is that
19.
not right? Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
19. Boom.
Okay, so as Aaron points, you look over, and as you cast a spell, you see this stomach plate begin to glow to a white heat, as you hear the sizzle and searing as the flesh underneath it begins burning. The Githyanki starts roaring out in pain, desperately trying to get this suit of armor off. Anything else, Slate?
I'll laugh maniacally. Nah.
Okay.
And my eyes will turn slightly orange as I burn everything.
Sure. So, as that happens, the other Githyanki warrior fighting Aaron, he turns round and he twists to dislodge Aaron's spear from his shoulder. He kind of straightens his arm out, and you see blood kind of flick off the end of the Githyanki's hand. He then comes back round and brings his greatsword in a large sweep, twice, coming back a second time at Aaron. Fortunately, Aaron, using the bar, Aaron kind of ducks the first blow and then takes a step back as his greatsword puts a massive gouge into the bar. The Githyanki kind of swears and then steps around the corner to flank the purple dragon knight. The other one, like burning from the inside, staggers forward, towards you, and despite this searing pain, the Githyanki brings the great sword up and attempts to make some swings at you. Unfortunately, the searing pain gives it disadvantage, which is lucky because that would have been a crit. And yeah, the Githyanki comes at you with such a surprising speed that it catches you off guard. And the first blow lands for 13 slashing damage. And again, you feel this kind of psychic jolt in your head as you take 6 psychic for a total of 19. But wising up to the Githyanki's second attack, you managed to duck out the way of that. So 19 damage.
Zing. Oh,
Okay.
say, hey! Stop! Stop it!
Stop now. So, next up is on the other side of town, Emily. You see at the end of the street, sort of like in a little corner, like a back alley, you can hear a number of panicked screams from some civilians that are trapped in a corner. You can see 2 purple dragons valiantly trying to hold off what appear to be 4 Githyanki warriors. What do you do, Emily?
She's gonna get her crossbow out, and I need to double check something quickly.
Are you riding Balthazar?
Sure.
Okie dokie.
Nice.
If Balthazar didn't move her, she's still gonna be there. Okay, I need to double check something with you, Dan.
Does this make Balthazar a tank now?
It does.
Yeah, Balthazar is a mount.
Go tell.
So you know the bomb, not the bomb, the special arrows that she got.
The walloping
bolts.
arrows?
The walloping ones, yeah. What is the range on those?
Standard bolt range? So
No, I was saying the effect.
Oh, it's just the target that it hits, unfortunately.
No, that's actually better. I don't want to hit the civilians by accident.
Okay.
So she is going to aim at the guy closest to the purple dragon.
Okay.
Just over here.
So yeah, you can see this one, this like this poor woman. You can see that there's a big kind of dent in her helmet. Her shield looks battered, and she's just desperately kind of keeping her shield up, trying to weather the blows from these Githyanki. You can see like she's limping on one of her legs. But yeah, and as these 2 Githyanki kind of dance around each other. But yeah, just size one up, take the shot.
As a bonus action, so first of all, helpful to Zombo.
Yeah.
And then she's going to fire.
Cheers, Emily.
23!
Holy moly. Okay, so as these two Githyanki kind of dance around each other, they don't seem particularly. They seem kind of oblivious of your presence, and this bolt, whabam, hits the Githyanki square in the back.
Okay, so damage-wise, 10 damage.
10 damage, and as this bolt strikes in between the shoulder blades, he goes down.
Nice.
He's knocked off his feet.
That's what we want.
And as this Githyanki sprawls to the ground, the purple dragon kind of looks up and sees the three of you, well, two of you. She can't see Zumbo behind the box, but sees you Warhounds approaching. Anything else, Emily?
No, I think she's happy with what she has done.
Okay. In which case, Zumbo then springs into action, watching this bolt kind of fly overhead, and you helped him, didn't you? So, as your distraction, he'll run up to the other one that's not prone, and use his advantage to strike out with a kind of jumps and lunges with the rapier. There you go. 16, but it's with advantage, so I'll roll that again. Okay, so as Zumbo jumps out, the Githyanki turns and sees this kind of flying halfling pirate hurtling towards him, rapier first, but then manages to kind of catch Zumbo and fling him back, and Zumbo lands with a pounce, and help! He shouts. Balthazar, what do you do?
I had a plan, but Zumbo moved forward, so that's gonna change it. Okay, I think I'll just do Spirit Gardens.
Okay.
Boring Spirit Gardens. Sure. At 4th level.
Okay, as you're surrounded by swirling guardians.
Yeah.
And
are they all wombats now?
By the way, I would have moved forward and I would have excluded anyone that I can see within range. Blah blah.
Sure. Of course.
I'll be next to Zumbo.
Next to Zumbo. Okay, and you take Emily with you.
Cool.
Brilliant. Okay, so anything else? I don't think so.
That's it for my turn.
Okie dokie. So the Githyankis. So at Balthazar, as you stride forward, is it top of their turn that they take damage from the Guardians?
That's right. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
DC 16 Wisdom.
Okay, so the
roll damage here.
The one stood up fighting Zumbo.
It's radiant though, so it's B12.
First one rolls a 10. The one on the floor.
So one fails, one succeeds.
Yes. So the one standing up, how much damage does he take?
12.
12. And the one on the floor takes 6.
That's right.
Okay. So as these flying quills swoop round, the Githyanki, like the one stood up, just is bombarded with these quills, while the one lying down manages to avoid the worst of it.
Sweet.
The other Githyanki, so the one on the floor slowly, kind of cautiously gets up, looking at the two of you, stands and, like, rising from the ground, brings the greatsword round in a large arc and swings at you, Balthazar.
Sweet.
11 and 9.
Miss.
Okay, is just kind of blinded by the guardian swooping around you.
Sure.
The other one takes a look at Zumbo, and with 2 sword attacks, 9 and 12. Zumbo ducks
didn't do well.
Out the way. Unfortunately, the others, the 2 others fighting off the purple dragons. 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks between the 2 of them, and sure enough, this purple dragon just keeps a shield up and manages to deflect all the other blows. In return, the purple dragons swing with their swords, and one of them hits. Hey, 5 damage. Cool.
For a moment, that was kind of looking like some sort of like jokey theatre thing, where it's like,
Yes. So,
onlookers just watching like, well, we should probably leave, but this is quite funny.
Yes. So, with that, at the top of round, the Githyanki Knight looks to you, Hiram, and like you see, his eyes are bloodshot as he kind of looks up to you, and then slowly turns his head to look at Katya. Hiram, what do you do in return?
I'm gonna get up, all in. Yes.
Could I make a quick suggestion?
I mean, I'm about to knock him prone. What is your suggestion?
Can Drool go first, because he could then knock him prone and you could do more damage?
If you like. Is that how combat works?
It can be. Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, yeah. Drool can go first.
So, Drool steps ahead of Hiram.
Yeah, well, we're going to try and knock him prone then, so Hiram gets more chance to do some damage.
Okay.
So it's going to be a athletics versus, or it's just a normal attack, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, it's an attack roll, and then it's an attack roll to do the shove action, and then you can knock him prone instead of pushing him back.
Okie dokie. So that's 16.
Okay. So Drool, in which case, as Drool kind of leaps forward, this Githyanki brings an arm up and kind of catches Drool in his arm, but then kind of shakes the dog away and kind of he hisses, baring his fangs at the mastiff. Anything else, Drool?
That's all Drool can do.
Okay. So Hiram, you can see that this Githyanki Knight, it's starting to come to. His eyes are becoming more focused. What do you do?
I would like to hit him.
Okay.
Lots.
Hit him lots.
I mean, at least twice. Inspiration
yes.
the 8. The 10.
Okay.
So it's a 20. So I'm definitely gonna hit him once.
Yeah, empowered by Katya's song, you land your first strike.
So that's one hit.
Yeah. Have you got
But
inspiration?
because of that, I do not.
You do have inspiration.
But I'm holding on to that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so you get one good lick in. Roll for damage.
Yeah. However, what we're gonna do with that one is do damage first. 16 damage. Plus, I would like to use a 3rd level smite.
Oh boy. Okay, cool. So as you kind of you aim the blow centrally, you take 16 slashing and
48.
48, yeah.
20.
Holy moly. Okay, so yeah, as this Githyanki is kind of still bleary-eyed, it's coming to, you manage to skewer him for what, 36 damage in total, including your divine smite, and he actually rend open his armor.
And can I shout at the purple dragons to get out of here, help the others?
Sure. The purple dragons kind of look to you, and they all kind of turn, and they all kind of rush off to kind of dispersing to help among the city.
Done.
Brilliant. Okay, so next up then is Katya. So this Githyanki has just kind of turned his attention to you, and then kind of been run through by Argentus. But what do you do?
I think what Catch is gonna do. He's still looking pretty healthy, isn't he?
I mean, he's just been skewered by a great sword, but
in that case,
he might need some gentle R&R.
I might hit him with a Dissonant Whispers at 4th level.
Okie. He takes a Wisdom save, DC 17, and hard fails.
He takes 19 psychic damage.
Okay.
And just he hears the whisper in his head. Bleed.
In which case, this Githyanki Knight kind of snaps to, and like looking at the blood that's kind of trickling down his stomach from your blow, Hiram. He turns to leave. Hiram and Drool get to make opportunity attacks.
After you, Hiram?
I was Hiram is taking an opportunity attack. Catch! No, I was hitting that.
Then hit it!
18.
That is a hit.
Excellent. Fuck this guy in particular.
Okay, so the Githyanki kind of stands, looks like there's this look of sheer panic in his face, and as he turns and kind of goes to bolt, Iram, you manage to. How do you dispatch him as he turns to leave?
I would like to sweep his legs out of him so I hit his head and fall unconscious in the most undignified manner possible.
Okay, like arse up in the air. Cool, very nice. So this Githyanki crashes to the ground in a crumple, and starts kind of twitching every so often. Anything else, Katya?
Champion, more like champion. Am I right? Sorry.
I've seen he's a mushroom. What?
She steps up next to Hiram and places a hand on his shoulder. Oh wait, I can't. I cast a spell.
Can you reach my shoulder?
Never mind. I just realised I was trying to cast a bonus action when I've already cast the spell. Sure. She just pats you on the back instead. She's like, "There you go. See, you hit him."
Okay, very good. Next up, Aaron. Aaron turns around and he glances up at the ceiling, which he knows is stymieing his ability to do the cool stuff, but responds by kind of twirling the spear to get in a different angle at the Githyanki, but the Githyanki manages to parry. Slate, there is a burning Githyanki in front of you. His stomach plate kind of fusing to his torso, and Aaron appears to be scuffling with another warrior.
Aaron seems to be doing fine though, right?
Yes. I should point out also with your perception, you can hear kind of scared screams coming from upstairs.
I'll look at the Githyanki in front of me and say, I can make this a lot more painful for you.
Oh.
Or you could step aside. And then I'll pointedly look at the different areas on the body that is metal.
Oh, God, good.
I don't know where we're going here, but I'll just kind of,
which is made of metal.
just looking at the good metal, some metallic codpiece you have there. I don't know. But yeah, just looking, going, each little part of this, wonderful, and surely at one point protective piece of armor you were wearing could be so painful.
Okay, so
unless you step aside.
Okay, roll me an intimidation check.
I say that he is burning.
Yeah, that's gonna factor in. Don't worry.
So can I have advantage or not?
You can.
Because yes. Oh.
14.
It's a 14.
And he took 19 damage from the burn last time. Yeah, that's fine. So, this Githyanki. So, are you not using your bonus action to reheat the metal?
I will see how he reacts, and then if he doesn't, then I will burn him.
The Githyanki looks to you for a moment and, gingerly looks down and steps to the side.
Brilliant. I will then go, thank you, and then reheat the metal.
Okay, so I believe that is... you get to roll another 48 to torch him again. 28! Good lord. And as this Githyanki steps to the side and you go, thank you. And the armor reignites. The Githyanki screams and goes up in flames. And kills over.
An unusual way of killing someone.
Anything else, Slate?
I'll look at the other one. I'll look at Aaron and go, hurry up, will you? Or do I have to do that again?
Aaron, you hear Aaron, he's tussling with this warrior. I've got it. Yeah, he says.
So how can I move any further? I mean, what have I moved there?
You've moved 20 feet so far.
Okay, so let me see. I've got one. Wait, 1, 2.
You can get to the bottom of the stairs. Yeah.
Yeah, stairs. Wait, I'll wait for Aaron. Because, yeah, I'm gonna wait there so I can see him. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna be in trouble.
Sure. In which case, the Githyanki warrior in front of Aaron retaliates against the spear blow. Aaron manages to dodge out the first one, but as he kind of turns and I've got this, he says, you hear Aaron scream out as the greatsword lands, and he takes 19 damage from the blow. As this Githyanki kind of catches him on the leg. And Aaron, a little help, he shouts. Next up, Emily. Emily, you... so, Zumbo and Balthazar have engaged these two Githyanki in the back alleys. And over, kind of on your elevator position, you can see over everyone's heads, you can see these 4 commoners, like civilians, cowering in the corner.
Cool. Emily is going to think that the guys have these two, so she is going to aim this guy.
Okay. Yeah.
How many walloping arrows do I have?
I think you've got let's say you had 5 off the back of that stealth mission in Marsemba.
Awesome. Then she's going to use another one. Let's see if I can roll well again. 21.
That's a hit.
Oh, I clearly am playing the wrong character, guys.
And then he makes a straight
6 damage.
6 damage. Okay, it kind of knocks this Githyanki off her feet. She kind of bounces against the wall and manages to stay standing. But she kind of looks up to you with some kind of shock as she sees Emily.
Emily is going to wave at her.
Yes. Perfect. Cool. Next up then is Zumbo. Let's just booming blade.
Nice.
Boom! So Zumbo gets a solid hit on the Githyanki, on the warrior stood in front of him, dealing a total of 16 damage from the rapier blow, but then also rolling
Sneak attack, right?
sneak attack as he's aided by you, Balthazar.
That's right, yeah.
Sneak attack.
The 2d6?
Cool, an extra 10. So that is a total of 26 damage. So yeah, Zumbo kind of bounces off you, Balthazar, and then manages to jab into an exposed part of the Githyanki's armor. And the Gith squeals. Next up is you, Balthazar.
Cool. I'm gonna whack him with a green flame blade. The one in front of me. Hold on. So that is to hit at 13. That's not very good.
That is not gonna hit, unfortunately. You.
All right.
You do have inspiration if you want to try again.
Go on then. Let's do it again. Normal. 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
I shall roll damage.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So, as your
Let's say that is correct.
as green
I think I should have plus wisdom as well, but it's been added. All right. Let's say that is the roll. 7 plus 5 plus 9.
Cool. Perfect. So yeah, as the flames kind of lick from the end of the staff, and you donk this Githyanki on the noggin. This Githyanki in front of you takes 12 damage, and the flames leap across to the one in front of Zumbo, and he takes 9 damage. The one in front of Zumbo does not look well. The one in front of you looks better off. They retaliate. 1, 2 against Zumbo. 1, 2 against Balthazar. Both miss Balthazar. Both miss Zumbo, but Balthazar, you do take a hit. Is there anything you can do to stop it?
Nah, I don't have shield.
Okay, so yeah, as you and Balthazar just kind of begin working your way through this Githyanki, the two warriors kind of drop low. One starts kind of sparring with Zumbo, who has to hop out the way. The one in front of you, Balthazar, goes to strike from the left, but then feints and catches you from the right, and you take 12 slashing and 8 psychic as you feel this.
Now, technically, they do take 48 before my turn, which I don't know if it would kill them or not.
That is a good point. So the one in front of Zumbo is a wisdom save.
You roll that 1, 2, 3, 4. Well,
they both fail.
Okay, so they would take 17 points.
Okay.
I think
so. The one in front of Zumbo, takes his rapier to to the kind of breast, well, the area between the neck and the collarbone, and sort of like as he knocks Zumbo away, he kind of hefts the greatsword up with one hand. As he goes to swing it down, he's then peppered by all these kind of spectral quills and pinned against the wall, and dies.
He be gone. I made my con save.
Dead. The other one takes 17 damage. Doesn't look great, but then manages to feint left, and then strike from the right.
Okay.
The purple dragon behind. Yeah. Also, while this Githyanki is distracted, manages to put another 9 points of damage on. And the one fighting, holding off 2, also hits. Oh, check. Oh, this is the presence of the Warhounds right here. So the one that you just shot, Emily, the purple dragon spies the opening, leaps at that warrior, and as she's kind of bounced off against the wall, and there's and the sword goes up under the armor plate, and the Githyanki warrior just kind of gurgles before she drops to the ground.
Oh wow.
Dead. This purple dragon then turns to the remaining Githyanki and, "Come on then!" she shouts. Right. So the Githyanki knight is currently passed out, twitching and convulsing slightly. His legs like a sleeping dog trying to run away from Katya. Hiram and Katya, you have the opportunity to redeploy. Where would you like to redeploy to?
Oh, so is he doing that anime sort of like, which is the lip going up like?
Yes, absolutely. You know that Slate and Aaron went to the burning gambling house in the southeastern corner. You know that Emily, Balthazar, and Zumbo went to the southeast to help some civilians. Where would you like to head to?
I think Hiram might get a bit bossy here.
You can split up as well. Again, you two can
I think Hiram is going to do that. He's going to get a bit bossy and say, "Katya, go help us. Go help Slate. I'm going to still in Aaron. I'm going to check on Zumbo and Balthazar."
Okay, cool. So as you two head off in different directions,
Do you want to tie him up first?
It's not my kink, no.
I mean, it's not.
I know what you meant.
He runs off.
Okay, so Hiram heads off southeast, and Katya, you take the opportunity to head south down the street towards.
She'll firstly use like mage hand to lob his like sword onto a rooftop, just in case.
Just in case. Okay. So we'll pull you there for next round. Beautiful. Okay, so that's you lot. So before you arrive, Katya, Aaron, he grumbles as he takes that hit from the Githyanki, and then spurred on, doesn't want to look silly here, manages to kind of like jams the spear into the Githyanki's foot. The Githyanki warrior roars out and takes 8 points of damage from Aaron, and Aaron's like, "Yeah, that's right," he says. Slate, what do you do?
Really? Come on, must we? And what shall I do? I'll run back over and do a quick. What is this? I'll do a quick shillelagh, simple as. And I will smack him on the head with my quarterstaff.
Quarterstaff or the oh yeah, it would be a quarterstaff, yeah.
I feel like the that wouldn't count, would it? The sickle. Although the sickles, I always forget how great the sickle is. It's just, it's got a lot going on in it. It is great though. Oof.
Is a +2 magic weapon.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll just change to the sickle. I'm in quite a bloodthirsty mood as well, it seems. So.
Okie dokie. Right, so in which case, yeah, by all means, lash out with the sickle.
Okie dokie.
There you go, 25.
Ooh.
How's that? So that is a hit. Yeah, so as this Githyanki is pinned to the floor by Aaron's knightly spear, you manage to get in and you swing wide.
Brilliant.
Roll for damage.
Damage. It's a 4.
Hey, 4 damage.
Damaging.
Cool. I'm helping! Shouts Slate. Cool. And Aaron just kind of gives you a firm nod.
Oh, he's so
an
good.
affirmative nod. Okay. Anything else, Slate?
Can I disengage? No.
Unfortunately,
No.
not. No.
No. Well, I'll just go. Oh, is he not dead yet? Can we just? We have to go.
You do have to go. Yeah, that's true. Emily. What do?
I mean, there is a Githyanki right in front of us.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot them.
That is going to be disadvantaged because bear in mind you're effectively on top of Balthazar.
Ah, that's true. I also
I mean,
can't
the
see
height, you're
this guy
basically
anymore.
right higher up. Is that?
It would be in the 5 foot square directly above, unfortunately. Yeah.
Oh, hold
That's
on.
Still adjacent, is what I was saying.
Hold on. Woody.
Now, if Balthazar was like 10 feet high, then
Yeah.
you know.
Someone cast enlarge on Balthazar, and then Emily can shoot in melee with impunity.
I am going to point out to myself that Emily also has a dagger. She could literally jump on this guy and stab him in the leg.
Is she gonna Assassin's Creed off Balthazar's head?
Yes, exactly.
Little eagle call. Like,
I mean, it's probably not gonna do a lot of damage, but it would be super, like super cool if it was.
Land in the
Sounds
hay
super
bale.
cool.
You know what? Because I want to see this happen. In this moment, Emily has a spark of inspiration. She remembers her
Thank
hunting
you
dagger.
kindly. Okay, so do you want me to roll any kind of athletic for the jumping part, or am I just?
I like to think this
Straight-
is just a cheese knife.
Straight to attack roll.
does she go like Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction here and start just like preaching before she jumps?
That's a miss.
I'm gonna
14 is a
use
miss.
I'm gonna use the inspiration
Yeah. I want
and
this
see if we
happen
can
so bad.
see if we can do better. 16.
Ah no! Okay,
Oh, it's a miss.
It's a miss. So Emily, you
Oh no.
and you land on the back of the Githyanki, and the Githyanki as this small half-orc girl jumps on his shoulders, and like Emily's just wailing with this dagger, but just like just sliding off arms. She can't quite get here.
I feel like she's trying to like open the armor like it's a can.
Yes.
And like, where is it?
Anything else, Emily? Any help actions, for example?
I think I'm gonna keep on the Balthazar.
Okay, cool. In which case, Zumbo looks up and cheers, love! He shouts as you start distracting the warrior, and then goes to attack. But like as this Githyanki's thrashing about, and Emily just like legs and arms everywhere. I mean, he's just doesn't really want to commit to the attack. But he kind of looks to you, Balthazar. You've got this, haven't you? And he just kind of skips off. And runs to. All right. My name's Zumbo. He says to the commoners as he runs past.
Very good.
Balthazar.
I'm
Emily is currently wrangling this Githyanki warrior. What do you do?
Yeah, she got it. I'm gonna cast Lightning Lure, which is a spell I recently got on the other Githyanki.
Yeah.
And if they fail a DC 16 saving throw, they are pulled towards me.
Okay, so the one final warrior fighting the victorious female purple dragon from before fails.
Nice. Okay, so they will be land here, I think.
Okay.
Right?
Drag towards you. And roll for damage.
Four damage, but +4 because I've
Plus
got
4. Okay, no worries.
I've got a thing.
8 damage.
Nice.
So yeah, it's this lightning, this stream of lightning wraps around the Githyanki and pulls them closer. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's my turn.
Okay, so the Githyanki that you've just pulled towards you, as you pull him into your spirit guardians, he passes a wisdom save. The one tussling with Emily fails a save.
Sure. How do I? Oh god. I've made a mess of this. I really don't understand how this calculator works. Oh yeah, this is the modifier. Oh, I got it now.
Also, while you're doing the math, just want to say, my cat has been licking the door for some reason, just in the back door, in the background.
Is it a tasty door?
No, not particularly. I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't know. I haven't licked it yet.
I was going to say how.
Love the authority that you had with that.
Let's try it out.
So
It's a door.
16.
16 radiant damage. Okay, so the Githyanki that you pull forward kind of brings his arms up and kind of shields himself from the vast majority of the spiritual guardians. The one that Emily is wrangling manages to turn the Githyanki, and the Githyanki's so preoccupied with this half-orc girl that's kind of wrapped around his neck that the warrior just takes the full brunt from the spell. And Emily, you drop to the ground and land on top of a corpse.
You.
Dead.
Yeesh.
Do they automatically turn into blood puddles, or is that a thing you've done? Very good.
Yeah.
Blood puddles.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Okay, anything else, Balthazar?
No, we're good. So
Okay. So the warrior frees himself from your lightning lure, looks around, takes one swing at Zumbo, misses, and then carries the blow through to hit Balthazar. 21
Yeesh.
to hit.
21 hits.
And you take 8 slashing and 9 psychic for a grand total of 17.
If only I had Daisy, that would have missed. This is why you want to keep your partner close to you.
Yes.
Forgot about the wedding thing, and then I was just like, oh my god, are you going to use Daisy as like a shield?
If you're squishy 4 hit point
That's
wife
how
nearby.
the ceremony spell works. How do you think you get the +2 AC? You use your partner as a shield.
Can I have a quick concentration save, please?
Yeah, you're right. Con saving throw advantage. Let's go. Okay, pass.
Okay, you're good. So yeah, the Githyanki like fights his way through the flying spiritual quills around you. Next up then is Katya and Aaron and co. Katya and Drool, as you arrive at the kind of gambling house, you can see that the flames are kind of licking up it. You burst in to see Aaron with his spear through the foot of a Githyanki, and Ameline with the sickle embedded in between 2 ribs of this Githyanki warrior, and they're just tussling. What do you do?
Drool steps forward, or at least surges forward, and 20
That is a hit.
for 9 damage. He needs to make a DC 15 strength save.
Okay, so as this Githyanki is preoccupied, does not notice the Mastiff come barreling in, and boom, is brought to the ground by this flying hunk of meat.
And then
Doggy
he takes
meat.
an additional 3 damage as the
Okay.
Stag's Death's collar kicks in.
Nice.
Yeah.
There is a sickening, ripping noise as the Githyanki's foot passes through Aaron's blade as he's knocked away, and he collides with the back wall, and is prone. Anything else, Drool?
I guess Drool just huffs like.
Yes.
Good boy.
So, Katya, you follow in behind Drool, and
Yeah.
you see this Githyanki currently in the process of crashing into the wall behind the bar.
As he starts to rise, I guess Cash will just reach out a hand and hit him with a Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, the Githyanki fails again.
He takes 4 psychic damage.
4, and then has to flee directly away. Okay. You watch as this Githyanki gets up and with his bisected foot painfully hobbles away into the back rooms.
Okay.
Anything else, Katya?
Katya just sort of watches him run off, and she's like, "Let's leave him to the fire."
Aaron just kind of nods to you and come. The stairs are this way, he says. And he kind of gestures to walk further into the inn.
As we all start walking up, I'll turn to Katya and go, "It's nice to see you. I got mine already, by the way. I was just helping him out.
Is it that charred husk over there, yours?
Yes.
That's a very you thing at the moment. It's a very you thing. Remind me never to get in your bad side, Ameline.
Aaron looks and kind of nods in agreement. As looks to you, Katya, with this worried look and just eyes flicking to Ameline every so often. Yeah.
I'll skip up the stairs.
Yeah, don't get on my bad side either, Aaron.
Yeah, she's just kind of the same, in a larger scale as we walk up.
So
I will mess up your mind.
So as the three of you head up into the upstairs, and Aaron looks around, and again you can see the walls starting to blacken as the fire burns through from the outside in. So everyone would have spent time coming dashed to get up here. So we switch back to Hiram. You arrive on the scene to see Emily. Emily sat on the back of what appears to be a Githyanki corpse. You can see Balthazar with these glowing lights flying around him, and this Githyanki kind of flailing a greatsword backwards and forwards between Balthazar and Zumbo. What did you do?
I am going to do something a bit different. I'm going to run over here, pick up Emily, put her on my shoulder.
Okay.
And you stay there, and then nothing that dramatic. And then I would like to heal Balthazar.
Ah.
So I'm going to
that's cute.
cast. I mean, I'm probably not going to give you a lot, but
right.
I can give you,
1 hit point.
let's say 10
10 is good.
points back.
Yeah, those guys hit hard. It's like a quarter of my health every time.
But yes, so lay on hands and 10 points back to you.
10 hit points. Very good.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so as you've got Emily under one arm, you hear her say,
Poink.
on the shoulder. Okay, you hear her saying, "Let me at him. Let me at him."
Actually, what Emily is going to do is holding on to Hiram's head, she's going to stand up.
Yeah.
And she's going to point in the direction of the civilians
Yeah.
and shout at them. They're stop covering and stand up. This is your city. Fight for it. And then she's going to point at the last Githyanki.
Yeah.
And see, and you better run. And she's going to aim her crossbow. I'm trying to intimidate this last Githyanki.
Roll me an intimidation first.
Okay. Come on, Emily. 17.
Okay. And then roll me a persuasion second.
That's gonna be less good, but sure. 15.
So we're good.
So the Githyanki.
Yay!
Okay, so the Githyanki kind of looks up to you, wedged between Zumbo Balthazar. Has just seen this towering half-orc paladin kind of come bursting in with this murderous-looking half-elf girl kind of attached to his shoulders.
Who I assume, because she fell on a corpse, it was a bit bloody.
It's quite bloody. And the Githyanki kind of snarls and looks like he's going to try to disengage. The commoners, seeing Emily as this avatar of murder and death, shouting at them, the commoners begin cowering a bit more in the corner. But at least the Githyanki has got some room for kind of had his resolve shaken. Zumbo is really going to help matters along by stabbing the warrior with a crit.
Nice.
Here we go, rogue crit.
Yeah.
So
literal boom.
Literal boom. So the rapier does 9. The thunder damage does 12. That's 21. The sneak attack will be increased to 4d6. 21, 34 damage. And as this Githyanki looks up to you, Emily, you just watch as this rapier erupts from his throat, just up from the Adam's apple, as Zumbo goes, oh, like didn't expect that to work as effectively as it did, and then as Zumbo falls back to the ground, the rapier comes loose, and the Githyanki warrior takes 34 damage and drops dead.
But Emily is going to look at Zumbo and go like, I was doing a thing.
Yeah, all right, he says. I was distracted.
Yeah, you ruined it now. Never mind.
I kind of saw more Zumbo's thing as he stabs him, and then just as the thundering wave goes out, it's just light, and you see the shadow just slowly breaking apart.
Yes. Yeah.
When you said a booming blade, I thought like, oh my god, he's gonna hit him, and the booming edge is gonna like propel him out of the arena like a damn baseball ball.
Team Rocket this Githyanki over a nearby roof. Okay, so.
The hunter who hates standing on the ship and suddenly this Githyanki slams into the window. Just...
So
and they've got like little windscreen wipers, like, oh, get that one off. I can't see it.
So Zumbo looks quite pleased with himself. Balthazar, what do you do?
Do we still have a Githyanki left?
There are no more Githyanki in these back alleys. There are just the cowering commoners.
Balthazar will walk towards them, raise his shield and his staff and go, come on, get at it! Flee, run away! Get out!
Cool. In which case...
Waving light on his staff, waving around.
So,
control.
the commoners kind of look around, notice that the Githyanki have been defeated. The purple dragons kind of look to you. The female purple dragon next to Zumbo looks up and... The Warhounds! Thank you! They shout. And they kind of look to the commoners and this way, hurry! And the purple dragons kind of lead these commoners away from the fight.
Sweet.
Allowing you four to... Well, Hiram, you know that Katya went off to the Burning Gambling Hall, and you know that's the only place to head next. So what we'll do is switch back to the others in the building. Katya and Drawl, as you step up into onto the first floor of this building, it looks like a gambling room come tavern, tavern. It looks like there are rooms to stay in. You can see some kind of gambling tables through an open doorway in front of you, opposite the stairs. But yeah, what do you do? You can hear kind of screams, like cries and pleas from above your head.
Okie dokie. So we can definitely know there's people around us from upstairs.
Yes.
I guess just start opening doors.
Okay.
Oh! Before you do, make sure you touch your hand on the
Touch the handle on the back of the hand.
On the handle before you open the door.
Right.
You don't want to backdraft.
Yeah, you don't want to backdraft. We've all seen the videos, the PSAs in school.
Right, okay, yeah, I'm on the ball, yeah. Fire safety first, right, cool.
So, nothing in that room. And
nothing in that room.
Assume... I got this lots of... And I think I see a pair of... Lots of doors.
So, as you you open one door, you look inside, and it's just a very basic-looking bedroom. Like, the sheets are unmade and kind of dirty. As you then turn to leave, you head down a hallway that then turns left. You see another couple of doors on your left. You see a window on your right. At the end of the corridor, you see a spiral staircase heading up.
Katya shouts back, there's like, the staircase is over here. Hang on, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So where you finish, you can see out into Suzail, and where you're a little bit more elevated, yeah, you can see the skies turning orange under all the flames. Anything else, Katya?
What I may actually do is use my free detect thoughts for the day, and use it to detect the presence of thinking creatures I can't see, and try and figure out how many people are in the building.
Love that.
Okay.
Big fan.
And I'll use the secondary effect.
So you can hear panicked thoughts to your left as you're heading up this corridor. So you assume that it's either on the other side of these doors or in the gambling den. You can feel panicked thoughts above you and behind, like up and behind you as well.
Okay, so when someone gets near, she'll mention that there's possibly someone in these rooms.
Okay, cool. In which case, Aaron kind of looks around and he steps into the gambling hall. And Ameline, you hear him shout, "It's not safe. You have to leave. Hurry!" And you hear, "Ooh," as this commoner kind of runs past and like barges past you, Ameline, and disappears down the stairs. And Aaron just kind of does another quick sweep of the room. Begins heading down the corridors. Ameline, what do you do?
It's seeing that everyone else has gone the other way. I think Ameline will walk down this way just in case.
Okay.
Touch her hand to the door.
So you open up another door, find it's another kind of unorganized guest room.
And then follow up after everyone else. And while doing that, we'll probably just go, "So, Katya, what was the champion like?"
Wasn't all that exciting. Very weak-minded. Very, very weak-minded. He's lying somewhere in the street at the moment, completely unconscious after Hiram slapped him out a bit with the back of Argentus.
You left him alive, says Aaron.
I think Hiram wanted to talk to him. Don't worry, his weapon is long gone. I threw it on a roof.
Okay.
He'll be. Trust me, with the amount of damage I did to his mind, he's going to be sleeping a while.
Sure. Like Aaron kind of is peering at you around the corner. So the other team, so Hiram, Emily, Zumbo, Balthazar, you'll arrive next turn. So back to Katya and Jewel. What do you do?
Open up this door.
There's a lavatory.
Opening doors, free actions.
The first one, yes.
Does someone want to check the other toilet out? I'm not quite comfortable opening up toilets.
Okay, so Katya, you begin making your way up these spiral stairs, and you emerge into what appears to be another hallway. As you step out, this horrifying realization that there are 4 doors in this small corridor alone.
As this will now be an action, I assume?
Yep.
She'll touch the handle and open the door.
Messy, very plain guest room.
Okie dokie.
With brown sheets on the bed. How appealing. Again, from behind you, you can see through another window that's looking over the city. And off in the distance, you can just about make out a number of figures coming barreling your way. At a number of friendly-looking figures, I should point out, barreling your way. Aaron, you hear Aaron shout out, "It's a toilet!" As he follows you up. And Slate.
I'll run after and look at both the toilets and go, "They're toilets?" And continue onwards.
Okay, cool. In which case, yeah, you'll be able to squeeze out. Cool. Katya, are you going to make a point of kind of looking in all the rooms as you go?
I think for the group we probably are, aren't we?
Yeah, because you can feel panic thoughts to the south of you.
Okay.
So to your left.
So she gestures. There are people down that way.
Okay, cool. In which case, as you go and sort of like the doors are opened either side, as you go through the corridors, like the 3 of you kind of open the doors as you go, you see that all these rooms are empty. It looks like whoever was in here was kind of trying to clear out in a hurry. But there are some possessions that have been left behind. As you kind of go round the corner and step towards the sort of like the tower on the southern corner of the building, in a gambling den on the top floor of this tower, you see 3 figures cowering in the gambling room. It appears to be to take a look at them, it would appear to be a mother, father, and daughter, like a small family, and they scream and panic as you kind of approach, and Aaron steps forward and goes, "It's all right, it's all right. We're here to save you," he says. What do you two do?
Look at them and say, sorry, I look at them and say, you do know heat rises, don't you? The best thing to do is go down the stairs, out the door, away from the firing building.
They kind of they look a bit sheepish, and there were things downstairs. We didn't know what was happening.
Don't worry about that. They are all toast.
Okay. The family kind of looks at you and they nod. Meanwhile, Hiram, Emily, Zumbo, Balthazar, you are currently hooning your way across town. And Hiram, you kind of knew roughly where Katya was, like Katya was heading, so you know the direction to head to. But you see this large kind of gambling house in the bottom corner of the district, and sort of like from where you're stood, Balthazar, you can just about make out that there are a number of figures you can see through a window at the top of the tower, and you kind of like Hiram, you have the suspicion that Katya, Aaron, and Slate are up in here. As an aside, Balthazar, how long does Spiritual Guardians last?
You can get rid of it. It's gone now.
Okay, cool. In which case, as you approach the gambling house and you're looking up, and the family kind of looks to you, Slate, Katya, Aaron, and they step forward. Everyone outside, you hear like a heavy flapping noise, and as you look up, a shadow peels over you, like covers you, as this dragon flies towards the tower and smashes into the top of the gambling tower.
Oh no!
Bad.
Oh, goody.
And as this dragon just kind of smashes through the windows, lets out a loud roar, and you could inside the tower you can see this kind of Githyanki holding onto the back of the dragon, and you watch as this dragon kind of reaches in with a claw, grabs the father of the family, and just throws him out the building.
Oh god!
And the man goes flying off. You watch as this commoner, the citizen, goes flying over the rooftops, kind of crashes into a street down below. And as the dragon kind of looks around and sees you, you see its throat begin to glow.
Oh god!
And as that happens, grab a 10-minute break.
Oh no!
Oh dear. Alright, see you in a bit.
See you in 10!
See you in 10.
Okay, Hiram. We need people to like and comment on this video. Let's get to planning. What do you have?
Us nicely?
We've already done that. We need something new, something exciting, something that will stop them in their tracks and think, wow, I need more of this. Let me subscribe.
You know we only have like half a minute, right?
What? Never mind. Just be quick and witty.
Wait, no, Katya,
Haste!
no! Oh no, okay. Please like and subscribe because we are very nice and occasionally funny, and because the more likes you get, the less you have to take stupid side quests or dangerous side quests or dangerous side quests. Not that I think about it, there are a lot of
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
This is heating up, isn't it?
You've given us a
Poor
dragon.
choice of words.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I have definitely given you all a dragon. So, I feel like I don't really want to let him kind of wait around a bit too long. So let's jump straight back into it, shall we? So we find the Warhounds in the in the southwestern district of Suzail, having just performed a number of heroics through the district. We focus on a 3-4 gambling hall come tavern, and Katya, Slate, and Aaron Fox, you have just watched as the father of a family we're trying to rescue was snatched by a Githyanki-ridden red dragon and tossed over the roofs of a nearby building.
Would you say he's gotten farther and farther away? Sorry.
Oh
bad.
Boy!
Bad.
Remove inspiration.
So, yes. So you four. So Hiram, Balthazar, Zumbo, and Emily, as you are down on the streets of Suzail, you can see this dragon has just slammed into the top floor of this tower on the bottom corner of this gambling hall, and you can see kind of the Githyanki riding on top of it. And for everyone inside, you can see that the dragon's throat is beginning to illuminate. So with that said, once again, can everyone roll me initiative?
Yes, I would like a better roll, please.
Oh, I got a worse roll.
Oh, yes, much better. 2.
Oh no.
18
Okay.
and 19.
Oh,
I feel like
Zumbo is
it
in
is
first.
Yeah, it is a fact that statistically speaking, clerics are always on the lower tier of
Absolutely.
rolls.
Absolutely.
That's what helps you sleep at night.
It's the only way it should be. Right, so Drool is first. So Drool, you've just heard this crash you heard this loud smashing noise, and Drool, you can smell the distinct stench of sulfur. Not that Drool knows what sulfur is, but it doesn't smell great.
Smells like farts.
I'm gonna delay Drool's turn.
Okay, in which case, Katya, you are approximately 20 feet away from the face of a dragon.
That case, Katya throws up her hand, and it becomes embiggened, if you will, as it enlarges and appears outwards. As Bigby's hand appears.
Goes
Goes.
find your small arm again, aren't I?
It spurs its fingers and goes screaming forward for a forceful hand. As it attempts to push a creature in a direction of your choosing.
No worries. So what do I? Is that a?
It is a contested athletics check.
Today your hand is going to be this one.
Hey. So yeah, it pushes out, screams forward, and basically, maybe even catches mind. You just hear it. Talk to the hand.
Okay, so it's a contested athletics check.
Yes, indeed.
So if you roll your
15.
15, is it a +8? Yeah.
+8, yeah.
Okay, the Dargon.
Oh, bad.
Grapples its claws into the side as this hand pushes against the side of its snout as it turns, at the very least, it turns its head away, as you can see the glow in its throat getting brighter and brighter. Anything else, Katya? And there are screaming commoners in front of you.
I guess, yes, she'll be like, stay behind the hand! Stay behind the hand!
Okay.
And come this way! Stay behind it, but come this way!
Sure. Tell you what, give me a quick persuasion check.
I mean, surely they would want to hide from the goddamn fire.
You'd be surprised.
You know, they might just be like, the dragon seems like a safer bet.
31.
Woo!
Oh. Oh boy. Okay,
my
so
God.
mother and daughter that have just watched a father be yeeted over the rooftops. They do not want to stick around, and they sort of like run past you and kind of hunch in a corner behind Aaron and Slate.
Awesome. That's Katya has nowhere to go because the family took her spot. So
Okay. Does Draw step in?
how old's the daughter?
10.
Jules gonna sort of like pushes his head underneath, throw her onto his back, and lead her away.
Okay. And you separate the daughter from her mother.
Thank you.
It's fine. We protect the next generation.
Okay. Anything else, Drool?
That will be all for Drool.
Okay, so downstairs, Emily, you can see a red dragon in the side of this building. You can see that there's a large glowing hand, like swooshed against the dragon's face.
The dragon is still preparing to breathe fire.
Yeah, so you
in the
can all
direction
see
of the inside the building.
Not anymore. So the dragon was peering in through the hole, like the window it just smashed through. But this glowing hand has kind of pushed its face to face away.
Emily is going to the entrance to the building is somewhere here, right?
Yes, yeah, by this little objective marker.
So that's 25 feet.
Yeah.
The gift Yankee who's riding the dragon, did he jump off?
He's currently clinging to the dragon's back.
Nice. Emily's gonna shoot him.
Oh, okay.
Specifically with a walloping arrow.
Ooh, very nice.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Oh, 15.
15. Okay, so Emily fires up, and unfortunately, like through the haze of the nearby fires, it doesn't connect, unfortunately.
Well, I have five more feet left, so she goes inside.
There we go. Cool. You are now inside. So as you're in the building, Hiram, there is a dragon at the top of this building. Emily has just run into it. It is on fire. What do you do?
With the roaring
roaring horn. Yeah.
Roaring horn. Thank you.
Oh, you got a
Has
griffin.
a day passed since I last summoned the griffin?
In this instance, no.
That's not
But
helpful
don't you have
at all.
summon steed though? You do have it.
No, I got rid of it because I had the thing.
Bad decisions were made. That's all I could say.
That's why I had the fucking ceremony, so I don't want to hear any complaints from you, Mr. Newlywed.
I, Anton, know not what you speak of.
That's okay. I can send you the last episode at one point, maybe. Right.
Yeah,
okay. What the fuck can I do? Not a lot against a goddamn dragon.
It's
Daniel.
currently about 30 feet up.
Take your sword menacingly.
I
Get
don't
off
want
my
to pay
lawn.
attention to me. Like, I don't know what kind of image you got from here. I mean, he is not that brave.
Oh, do a Jeff Goldblum with the flares. Go.
You know what? For that, I am going inside the fucking house.
Okay, cool.
Wait, don't leave me.
Okay,
Keep
so
up.
Hiram runs into the burning building. Zumbo takes one look up and, I mean, I don't know if that's a very good idea. He says, look into you, Balthazar. Zumbo will do whatever you want to do, Balthazar. Cool. So Zumbo's effectively going to delay. So up in the building, Aaron's watching as this psionic hand is pushing the dragon's face away.
He's a dragon killer, right? He should know what to do in this instance.
And Aaron, using his steps up to the plate as a trained dragon killer.
Yeah.
And he says, as he steps past you, Katya, and you see him just kind of looking at the hole left by this surprise dragon. And you watch as he kind of runs his finger along the ring that's on his left hand, and it begins to glow. And then he drops low, and he turns ever so slightly to look at you, look at the two of you, Katya and Amelie, and says, "I've only tried this once, and it was earlier today." And he draws his spear, holds it in two hands, and then puts his foot against the back wall and propels himself. And as he goes, the tables are blown aside as he shoots through, in a direct line through your hand.
I imagine just through the thumb and forefinger.
Between the thumb and finger. And he's aiming for the dragon, and the dragon's thrashing. And as Aaron goes to leave, is about to leave through the window, the dragon shifts, and Aaron scoots past the torso of the dragon. And as you in slow motion watch him just fly out the side of this building, from the third floor. He strikes the dragon's wing and tears it almost in two, as he then lands on a nearby rooftop, about 80 feet away.
Holy shit!
You watch, and
80 feet.
80 feet. He flies. He shoots across the ground 80 feet. So he's gone. He's somewhere else. But you watch as this dragon roars out in pain, and at that point the hand manages to get a bit more purchase. And as this tattered wing splays out, and you see draconic blood fly out in different directions, the dragon falls and teeters down and crashes to the ground below. So everyone downstairs, so Balthazar and Zumbo, you watch as this dragon falls 30 feet, takes 15 damage from the fall.
Nice.
And crushes the rider under its bulk.
Oh.
The dragon kind of roars in pain, and Katya and Ameline, as you see this dragon peel away from the side of the building, I assume you can only take like deep breaths as this dragon kind of disappears to the streets below. And Arian...
Did he just spring off the wall?
He went really, really far.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how far in a sec. But the red dragon now on the streets kind of like thrashes about a bit, looks around, rights itself, kind of looks around, and then its eyes fall on you, Balthazar and Zumbo, and it tries to kind of get some height, and its wing just flaps uselessly. And as it turns, it roars, and it seems, obviously dragons are intelligent, right? And like, so this red dragon kind of realizes what's happening, and then kind of starts to run towards you, and like the glow in its throat hasn't dissipated as it
Oh dear.
blows out a cone of flame in your direction.
I like it.
Balthazar and Zumbo, is there anything you'd like to do as a reaction?
Yeah, I will
Dan
use
asks himself.
I'll use my absorb elements, please.
Are you sure you don't want to use anything else, Balthazar?
No, Aegis uses my action. It sucks.
You can use it as a reaction.
No, but it uses my action afterwards. So whereas I get to keep my action if I use absorb elements.
Cool.
But Zumbo gets burnt, so
Oh, we'll let
We're
Matt know.
sorry, Matt.
We'll let Matt know.
Sorry, Matt.
Okay, so Balthazar, if you could make me a DC 17 deck save, Zumbo will do the same.
Oh yes.
Oh! So a nat 20 and so 23 and 24. Okay, so the two of you kind of dive to the side as this dragon kind of spews the area with flame.
We both jump in tandem over the fire.
So you take half of 54 fire damage.
Ow.
That is
mucho.
27 damage each.
Yeah.
27.
Ow.
And yeah, this dragon kind of lets the fire, the glow in its throat stops, and the dragon just kind of lets out a deafening roar.
Nope.
Next up is Slate. You've just heard a very loud roar. There's lots of burning sounds, and then there's another roar. What do you do?
So I'm gonna look at Katya and ask, do we jump out the window, or do we go down to the ground, or do we jump on the
I mean, it's
dragon?
It's a long way down, and I don't think any of us have the horizontal leap that Aaron did. But you could. Emily, can you turn into a dragon?
Oh, I wish.
That would have been a great idea.
Can I ask, Dan?
Yes.
Can myrmidons? They can't float, can they? Or can they?
One of them can.
Only one, though. I don't know if I want that one.
Only one, Dan. Only one of them
Only
can
one
fly.
of them can fly.
1 or 2 or 3.
Like, but I don't really like that one. That's not the one I want to be.
Yeah, you didn't have a good running with it the last time you used it.
Yeah.
It's such an Ameline moment. But I don't like that element. I don't want to be fire.
I mean, bear in mind, if you do become one of them and then hold Katya and then jump out the window, even if you take the falling damage, you're just going to, like, the Hulk 3-point superhero land it.
Sweet, yeah, I want to do that. You ever been held by a water?
Just leave me up here. I can work with range. And she sort of like
Fine.
as she clenches her fist, you watch the giant spectral fist clench as well.
Fair enough. Okay, well, what I will do is I will walk forward towards the window or the gaping hole upon whence.
Yeah, it's just a big old hole now.
And I will, before I go, because that's a bonus action, right? I can turn into. Yep, so I'm gonna cure myself my wounds.
Okay, cool.
At level 3. Nice.
So you gain
I
13 hit
needed
points.
that. 50.
And you're turning into a water elemental?
Myrmidon.
Okay, so in which case...
And I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna turn around before I do, sorry, I'm just gonna look at Katya and go, don't look while I do this. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of just like really embarrassingly like, whatever I have to do to kind of.
So your shimmer weave changes, and as your shackles materialize around your wrists, and Katya, if you happen to be peeking between your fingers, you watch as Slate's form becomes like jelly-like, as
I want to like just flop out of the window.
yeah, and you just watch it. Yeah, Amelie just falls backwards out the window.
So graceful.
Balthazar and Zumbo, like from the streets, you look up and just see this figure in a red dress, like fall out the top floor. But Amelie, you go translucent as you like channel the elemental energies into yourself, and when you hit the ground, you have turned into a water elemental myrmidon.
Woohoo!
And you crash to the ground with a big splash. There's a dong as your plate armor hits the cobblestone streets. The fall, unfortunately, will deal you also 15 damage.
No.
But you kind of hit the ground, and as you pull yourself kind of free from the ground, you stand upright. This body made of swirling water, this kind of ribbed, wavy-looking armor, and this wicked-looking trident in your left hand.
Yeah. Yes.
So that, I think that we'd have to count your movement as falling out of the building. So Balthazar, what do you do?
Okay, I am gonna move forward here, and I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on the dragon.
Okay. What does your Fairy Fire look like?
Kind of blue, arcane, like stuff.
Okay. Cool. So as these
like sparks, blue arcane sparks. Like
so as these sparks kind of explode out, unfortunately the dragon manages to kind of like buffets them away with its one working wing.
Okay, that's fine. I will. That will be my turn.
Okay. So at the top of turn, Drool has kidnapped a child.
Drool's gonna basically wait for the mother to follow and take the child to safety with the mother.
Sure.
Drool will just head down the building. That will be Drool's actions.
Yes, no worries. And Katya?
So Katya is going to approach the gap with the spectral hand sort of slowly riding out. And she'll stand in the gap, raise her fist up, and as the spectral fist rises up, she shouts to the dragon, "Hey! Get away from my captain and his crew!" And as she swings her fist downwards, the spectral fist then comes screaming down onto the top of the dragon's head in a clenched fist.
Okay.
For 19 versus his armor class.
That is a hit.
Hey!
So, yeah, you all watch as this glowing, this bluish, whitish, glowing hand, like comes roaring down, and the dragon looks up at the last moment, and then
as he
struck
takes
by
16 bludgeoning damage, as even Catch is standing there. Ah!
Okay, cool. And the red dragon is rocked slightly and kind of shakes its head, and kind of looks around as his fist kind of pulls back,
and then the fist.
Flicks the birdie. Nice. Emily, you have heard a loud crash, a roar, another roar, a boom. What do you do?
He's going to look outside, because there was a lot of interesting noises.
Sure. Okay, so you step outside, and 15 feet away there is a red dragon. I step back inside.
Is its mouth open?
It's snarling at this glowing fist. This 10-foot large glowing fist that's hovering above its head, flicking it the middle finger.
Oh, she would love that.
We call it flipping the dragon in Cormyr. It's ironic.
Yeah, she's going to shoot at the dragon.
Okay. Brave girl. Right, make your attack roll.
Yeah, where's the Githyanki, by the way?
Squished
yes.
under this cart, this burning cart, impaled with some splintered wood.
I forgot. 16. I don't think it's gonna hit.
Okay, so you fire off the crossbow, and it pings off the dragon's scales.
At which point Emily is going, look at everything burning. Look at the dragon, like, nope, and goes back inside.
Okay, not to worry. So, as you go back inside, Hiram, you've just watched Emily walk out, fire off a crossbow bolt, and then, step back inside. What do you do?
He is actually going to go outside to see what damage has been done.
Yeah.
And see... Time. Right, see all of this.
So 15 feet away, there is a red dragon.
Can I try climbing on his back?
You can.
What?
I mean, if you remember, last time we fought dragons, that's what I did, and it was okay.
Kind of worked. Okay, if I can have a grapple check, please. We can roll your athletics, and I will roll my athletics.
15.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Ooh,
so
hang on. Cutting words. /R1D10.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So, Hiram, as you kind of run up to this dragon, it kind of turns to regard you, and it kind of goes to lift a hand, a claw to swat you away, but then it kind of jolts as you see a kind of a flicker of light shoots down from the top of this building. And the dragon kind of slows in his daze for a moment, which gives you enough time to kind of grab it and throw yourself onto its back.
Nice, I am now there.
So yeah,
this is fine.
So you're now on the back of the dragon. That was your action. You have a bonus left.
Yeah. I want to do Channel Divinity.
Okay.
The thing is, I'm trying do I want to help you guys, or do I just want to make things worse for myself? No, I'm gonna shoot a faith myself again.
Okay. Okay.
Because I am a coward.
Wonderful. Zumbo takes one look at this dragon, and I'm alright actually, and kind of takes a few steps back and fires off 2 Eldritch blasts. Just like Betty appears on Zumbo's shoulder and spits out 2 gunks, which both hit for 10 and 9, so 19 damage on the red dragon. And Hiram, you feel yourself rocked as this dragon is slammed against the side of the building, and you see the whole building shake as the dragon slams into it. And Zumbo, your turn. Your turn, Balthazar. He shouts. Somewhere, Arin is
running back.
Still traveling.
So, the dragon, first off, kind of slides around, and you see it like the throat is starting to glow, but hasn't quite illuminated yet. And seeing Zumbo just kind of slamming it in, it then. I know it's grappled, but you're on its back, so it's just going to wander off with you. Hiram?
Oh, no.
The dragon takes strides towards Zumbo, and as Zumbo looks up and, oh no, he says, it swings once with its claw at Zumbo, twice with its claw at Zumbo, both hit, and Zumbo takes 28 slashing damage. As Zumbo kind of is knocked back by this dragon attack, yeah.
Because I am on the dragon's back, how far away is Zumbo from me?
Within feet of you.
So within 5 feet.
Can be, yeah.
Can be. Okay. So hold that thought.
Yeah.
It is a reaction. Yes, it is.
As a reaction? Yeah.
It is a reaction.
Okay, so tell you what, we'll roll a. So we'll call it halfway. We'll give him back a point of health, and you can take 14. Meet you in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, so you surround Zumbo in some divine energy, and you feel the blow of a dragon claw connect with you, but Zumbo only takes half the damage. The dragon, kind of realizing what's happening, then arches its neck round and attempts to bite you, Hiram. 28 to hit.
The 28 for sure will hit.
And Hiram, you take 16 piercing damage as the teeth crunch into you, and 5 fire damage from being in a very hot dragon's mouth for a moment. The dragon kind of roars and thrashes around a bit, trying to get you off, but doesn't succeed. Slate, water elemental word on. What do you do?
Will use all the power I have, which is this much, to run after Draggy Boy.
Mm-hmm.
And where is it? Up. It's up.
So, Kaya, from up above, you can see this kind of watery figure moving across the street like a tidal wave, with this trident held ready and
ready for a whoosh. Gonna run right in and jab it in all its toes. Like just stab.
Are you going to use your freezing strikes?
I believe I can use my freezing strikes when I'm using my multi-attack, so I'm using my multi-attack.
Okay, so those of you nearby, you watch as ice begins to form around the tips of the trident. Ignore that damage roll. If you do your multi-attack, you get 3 trident attacks in your inventory.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Roll again. That's a hit. Roll again.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it. Oh baby, a triple! You hit all 3 times. So if you roll the damage, all 3 damage rolls, and then add 3d10.
So we got 8, 7, and 9 plus 3d10. So
that's
24.
15, 24 piercing from the. You get 3 toes.
nice.
Please kill it. I'm doing really badly.
So 16
40.
plus 24. So 40.
40. Blimey. So that's
Deadly toe attacks.
okay. And so as you go in and you skewer it, you kind of pierce its legs multiple times, and the dragon kind of roars as the cold spreads across its leg. Anything else, Slate?
Don't know what I can do now apart from try and keep its attention on me, I guess.
Sure. Anything else?
Nope, just keeping the attention of the dragon on the Myrmidon as best as possible.
Sure. Okay, Balthazar, what do you do?
I'm gonna cast Bless on pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Can I, if I go here, can I get Emily as well?
Yeah, Emily's on the other side of the door, so.
So sorry, everyone except Katya.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be 5 people.
Yeah. Okay, so if you remember to add your d4s. Anything else, Balthazar?
Yeah. No, that'll be my turn.
Okay, so as you kind of imbue everyone with your with the blessing of your god, top of turn, Drool is escorting on escort duties.
Yep.
Okay, so the 3 of you. Oh. There we go. So Drool is now making his way down to the first floor. So he's going to be down there next turn. Katya, you're on the top floor and you can see a dragon.
Awesome. What I'm going to do then, as my main action, Katya sees the tendrils of thought for the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
She latches onto one and she will fire off a psychic lance.
Okay. So as you from the top floor, it's 120 feet. Yeah, that's more than enough.
Yep.
So the dragon, distracted as it is.
Come on. Damn.
Rolls an 18.
That
Can
sucks.
you cutting words that?
I cannot, because it's a saving throw.
It's a save. Okay, never mind. In
So
which case,
it takes half of 19.
so it takes 9 damage.
And then the fist, as a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
once she's fired off the psychic lance, she then pushes her fist forward and it will attempt to hit it again.
Okay. A 14. The red dragon kind of swings out the way and kind of pats the hand away with its tail.
Okie dokie. That will be my turn.
Okay. Emily.
Yeah, I mean, I think this whole jumping in and out thing is working very well for her. So she's
Sure.
going to come outside,
Yeah.
stand next to Balthazar,
Yeah.
see how damaged Hiram is, and yeah, take aim.
Okay. Sounds good.
So 22 hit.
It does hit. So, yeah,
And-
Emily,
Nice.
through the throng of warhounds attacking this dragon, you fuck and manage to land
12 damage.
effectively as the dragon swishes, that uses its tail to swish the Katya's hand out the way. It exposes its softer belly, and you manage to pierce its hide.
Cool, and how far do you have to be for helpful? Let's see.
30 feet.
30 feet. Oh, how lovely. So, guys, I am going to get it helpful to Hiram because struggling is
Okay.
what I'm doing.
No worries. Anything else, Emily?
Nope.
Okay. Hiram, you are up. You're on the back of the red dragon. You have advantage. You have bless. What do you do?
I'm gonna hit this motherfucker and
Okay.
then hope for the best. And
Sure,
then
sure.
pray that someone will fucking heal me.
Nah.
Nah.
See if I ever help you get married again. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
First attack.
There's ceremony 2 includes divorce.
I know. 19.
Okay, so with Emily's distraction, that is a hit.
Excellent. So that's damage with a 2nd level smite.
Okay.
First 16. Nice.
16
That's
slice,
3d8
slashing.
plus 8 radiant damage.
Another 8 radiant. Okay.
Then I still advantage or
Not anymore, but you
no,
have
just
got your
no
bless.
more.
Not that
28.
you need it. 20,
Yeah.
yes. Yep.
Hold on.
So, as you take Argentus, turn it, tip down, and start stabbing into the dragon's back.
And that's 11 damage.
11 slashing damage. Okay.
With You know what? And another second level.
Blow your slots.
Blast.
Blow your slots. Oh!
Okay, so turn into
Okay.
radiant damage.
So as Hiram goes, ah, and just starts wailing on this dragon, the back of this dragon's neck, you, Zumbo and Slate, through the blood that's spewing in all directions, you can almost make out the bone of the dragon's spine under the heavy cuts. Anything else, Hiram?
No.
Okay. Zumbo, good one, lad, he shouts, and he tries to slide under to get to the squishy underbelly, and he's got a bless, doesn't he?
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag bless.
It's a 4 or 3.
He rolls +3, which is an 18, and he goes to jab, and then at the last moment he goes, no, wait, actually, and aims at a slightly different spot, and the rapier slides into the dragon's softer belly.
Oh, nice. You got blessed value.
Hashtag blessed. So the dragon takes a further 8 damage from Zumbo's attack and 2d6 sneak for another 4.
That's low rolls.
This and then Zumbo kind of ducked away a little bit. The red dragon has, so Hiram, it's got you on its back. It tries, first off, it
Breath weapon.
doesn't recharge its breath weapon. Hiram, you can see, you can feel the intense heat coming from the wound that you delivered to this creature's back. But the first thing it tries to do is grab for you, Hiram. And rolls a
I think
crit.
this might be where you guys say goodbye to Hiram.
You take 22 piercing damage as it grabs you.
I am -2.
Okay. You watch Hiram turns as his claw grabs around his head, and the dragon pulls the paladin companion off its back and slams him into the cobblestone floor and like roars, and then like slams Hiram against the floor, kind of discards him, throws him to the side, turns to you, Slate, and claws at you. 23 to hit. You take 16 damage as it slashes you, and then lifts its head back and T-Rex on a toilet. As it attempts to bite you. 26 to hit.
Yep.
For 17 piercing and 2 fire damage.
Cool. Okay.
As it thrashes out, Slate, what do you do?
So it's got one working wing, right?
One working wing, and there's a big, heavy gouge you can just about see bone, like vertebrae through.
Yep. Okay. Well, I will jab my trident right into that bit and try and force it down, and then try and get it in the head.
Sure. Okay. You're...
Especially because I'm angry now about it hurting Hiram.
Sure. So as you jabbed into it earlier, the ice that formed around the tips of your trident have now melted away, so it's now just the metal. But yeah, make your 3 attacks.
I will do trident. Oh.
So you stab at it, and the dragon swats it away. You stab it again, it swats it a second time.
Blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Blessed, which is what, 4?
D4.
It will hit anyways.
It will, yeah. So, in which case, it swats your first attack away. As you attack it a second time, it brings its claw up, but you manage to skewer it through the claw. So, roll damage on the second attack.
Woo!
So
9 and 8.
Okay. And as it pulls its hand free and kind of lifts its head back as it roars out in pain, you're able to kind of lift
Smack
up.
it around the face.
Yeah, you smack it, and its head kind of whips round to the side. Balthazar, as this dragon's head snaps to one side and you see the exposed wound, what do you do?
So Balthazar will turn towards the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I think his eyes will light up, and he'll extend his hand, and crackling lightning will emerge from his palm, and he'll aim at the dragon's face and cast lightning bolt.
Ooh.
Okay.
And he'll go, "Hey, you leave him alone!"
Sure. In which case,
Yeah, just in a line, basically. There you go. Do that.
so
Damn.
as a bolt of lightning fires out from your hand, Balthazar, tell me how this happens.
He'll go, "Hey, you leave him alone!" And the lightning bolt will just strike the dragon in its face and probably rip it off.
Yeah.
Is what's gonna happen.
Okay.
And the dragon head just goes flying and hits a building behind.
So, Slate, you watch as this bolt of lightning arcs over your head, strikes the dragon kind of in the snout. The lightning courses over its head, and then you watch as the exposed bone on the back of its neck starts vibrating violently, and there's like a popping, ripping sound as the electricity forces the bones to split apart. And yes, you watch as this head goes flying off in the direction. The torso flails around a bit, kind of takes a few swipes at you, Slate, in its death throes. You manage to duck out the way and kind of parry, and then the dragon rears up and then collapses to the ground.
Very cool. Awesome.
And as it collapses too, and Balthazar, like you kind of shake your hand to get rid of that tingly feeling, you turn to see that Hiram is stirring ever so slightly in a small crater in the floor.
I will follow up that if we're out of initiative with a 5th level mass cure wounds.
Balthazar, as you rush over to Hiram and you start healing him, you all watch as Katya descends from the top floor of the gambling room in the palm of this psionic hand. As Emily kind of steps out, and there's a woof, there's a bark from Drool as he leads out to this mother and daughter, and they thank you and they kind of run off into the distance. From behind you, you hear like heavy breathing, heavy panting as Aaron just kind of comes staggering out from the back alley behind you. And this is why we don't do it laterally, he says. And he looks at this dragon, like he can see this head just kind of splattered against a nearby wall, and sees the rest of it headless, kind of in amongst you. Zumbo is currently sat atop the beast, and Aaron looks at you and that's impressive. I'll give you that, he says. And as he looks to you and is everyone all right? He says. His eyes kind of fall on you more than others, Hiram.
I'll dish out some good berries.
Yeah. Okay.
And Katya will also drop a mass healing word.
Okay. So as the heals kind of go around everyone, Aaron kind of helps you up, Hiram, and then turns to you and we need to find the others, see how they're doing. If we head to the noble quarter, we can meet up with Magnus, and he stops as you hear yet more noises overhead, and as you all turn to look from above, you see not one, not two, but 3 more red dragons descend down. And Hiram,
what did I say about Dan?
Hiram, as you kind of hold your side and look up, you see the two, like the Githyanki's on the back of these dragons as they regard you, and then the dragon corpse next to you. And the rider of the central dragon, he catches your gaze specifically, Hiram.
Hey!
Oh, it's this dickhead.
Sat astride the dragon is the old Githyanki warrior from the Stormhorn Mountains, Cutternoth, and you see as he kind of unsheathes the large square blade that you had a chance to hold up in the mountains, and as he fixes you with a stare, you'll call it there.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Son of a bitch.
Oh dear.
Congratulations, everyone, on completing session 35.
Hey.
Level 11, right, Dan?
You wish.
Okay. Well,
So,
right.
that was a slog, but you did it. You managed to save all the peoples, and you killed a dragon. You killed your first dragon.
Well, we didn't save everyone. There was that one father who got like yeeted. Into...
He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Aaron's fine.
He's
right?
fine. He can walk it off.
Yeeted into the pillow making facilities. It will be fine.
Okay, well, you got most of them, and it's a thought that counts. But yes, well done, all of you. So, if you if you liked all the carnage that was happening tonight, happening in this session, then by all means hit the like button, leave a comment down below. You can find loads of other episodes from the Cormyr campaign elsewhere on the channel, and if you really liked it, you hit the subscribe button, and then you'll get and the bell icon, and you'll get loads of notifications for when we upload new stuff.
You have no reason not to.
You have no reason.
Actually,
to,
if you think Dan should be kinder to us, please leave a comment.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. If you think Dan should throw a red adult dragon at us, leave a comment.
So,
Or you genuinely are going to Anton?
And
What?
if you don't
subscribe
want Dan,
for like 50 more dragons.
yes.
Actually,
yes,
no.
exactly.
For that, you need to donate. Just don't try it. I don't care.
One dragon per sub. Okay, that's how
That's the way it's
going
going to work. So, thank you for watching. Thank you all for playing. And I guess I'll see you all next time.
Don't forget to
Next
thank
time.
Dan for all the dragons.
Yeah,
Thank
Dan.
you, Dan.
One down,
Thank you.
300 to go. Bye-bye.
Bye.
As the city of Suzail burns, the Warhounds come face to face with an old warrior. How will Carnoth react to them? Does he consider our heroes friend or foe? Come back next time to find out. A massive thanks for watching to the end of the episode. We really appreciate your continued support. We'd love it if you commented down below on what you thought of the episode and hit the like button if you enjoyed it. A quick heads up that episode 8 of Tavern Between Dimensions is now live on the channel, which you can head to from the card in the top right. Anton, Carl and I talk shop along with a special guest, Chris, a fantastic professional DM also based here in Bristol. You should go check it out. If you want to catch more adventures of the Warhounds, you can find another video here. And make sure to click the subscribe button here, as well as the bell icon to get notifications of our new releases. So, with all that said, thank you once again. Stay safe, and may the realms endure.